EDC Level 3, the final piece in my everyday carry jigsaw. Welcome to the channel, welcome to the latest video. This is my EDC Level 3, the final element in my multi-level everyday carry system. The items that you see here work in conjunction with the items in Level 1, my pocket carry, and Level 2, my near person. As a complete system, it provides not just options and choices, but solutions for whatever life may throw at me. Let's have a look in more detail about why I carry the items that you see here. Now, the bag of choice for this Level 3 system is the 511 Rush 24. It's one of several 511 bags that I own. I rate them pretty highly. They offer excellent organisation ability and are pretty well made. This isn't a bag review, so we're going to be focusing on the contents within. But one of the main features that drew me to this bag was the fact it has water bottle pouches. That's a big plus, especially in EDC. You'll notice that I use the 511 Rush 12 as my medical kit bag. Again, I'll put the link below so you can watch that video if you've missed it. This is my near person EDC, my Level 2. It's fully self-contained and featured in a previous video. It stows inside Level 3. I've chosen to include a mini first aid kit as part of my Level 3. It just has the basics in, plasters, dressings and some medication for me. I always carry a full med kit which is vehicle based. So wherever I am, I have a full medical kit in close quarters. Medical kit is important to carry, and even just a small one will help get you by in times of trouble. Although I carry a power bank as part of my Level 2 setup, I've chosen to include this Tronic 10,000 mAh power bank as part of Level 3. The simple reason, it doubles the available power that I have on the move. In an electronic world, having backup power is a big essential. I carry the cables in my Level 2 pouch, as you've seen previously. Because I use several items within my EDC system that run on either AA or AAA batteries, I've chosen to include not just spare batteries in my system, but this Kodak mini USB battery charger as part of my Level 3 EDC. I've also chosen to include this tactical pen as part of my EDC Level 3. I used to carry it as pocket carry, but now it lives here. It has a glass breaker on the top, which is pretty handy if you need to break a window to exit a vehicle. On occasion, I will carry a multi-tool as part of my EDC Level 1. When I'm not carrying it on person, I will keep it in my EDC Level 3 setup. That way it is there if I need it. I keep the bit kit in my near person EDC Level 2, and that way I have a complete system close at hand when I need it. Some may say that light is possibly your biggest security device. It's certainly worth having as part of EDC. I already carry a keyring torch and an on-person pocket torch, but I thought I'd add in this Nightcore HA11 as part of EDC Level 3, as having hands-free light is a big plus. It weighs only 59 grams, gives out 240 lumen and runs on one AA battery. It also has a red light for stealthy mode times. Staying hydrated is really important. If you don't drink enough water, then the best case scenario is you'll get a headache and lose concentration. Worst case scenario, you'll die. So I carry this water bottle with me. It's stainless steel and made by Clean Canteen. I've had it for many years now and it's starting to get a bit worn, but it still does the job, so it's sticking in the kit. Being single walled and stainless steel, it also allows me to have the ability to purify water in a survival situation. This is something you really need to consider even as part of EDC. What would happen if? Now, some may say that coffee is the ultimate EDC essential. I guess on certain days I'd have to agree, but in practical terms, this thermal mug is a great EDC item. If I'm out and about, it means I don't have to spend money buying a drink, therefore saving money and saving time. In a survival situation, or just if I'm cold and fancy a bit of a pick-me-up, having a hot brew can make all the difference. This is the Life Venture thermal mug. It's 300ml capacity and has a flip-top lid, great for one-handed operation. I carry sunglasses with me all year round, as winter sun can be an absolute nightmare. I also choose to carry a spare pair of driving glasses, just in case my driving glasses break. Now in my EDC level 1 video we discussed how useful pocket tissues can be, therefore I've added an additional packet into level 3. They don't take up much space and barely weigh anything. I've chosen to add this KFS as part of my EDC level 3. If you're out and about or buying food on the go, having something to eat it with is kind of important. I guess I could have used a spork instead, but I just fancied this option. This Summit KFS is stainless steel, so it's durable and will never rust, but it's not exactly lightweight. I am looking at changing this out for some titanium cutlery. As I've been using titanium cookware in other setups, it's definitely a great way to lighten the load. Sometimes people place food way too high up on their priorities list. At the end of the day, you can live for days or even weeks without dying from starvation. But having some food with you, especially to snack on, is a good idea, even as EDC. I've included granola bars and beef jerky. These 3 items provide 600 calories, not bad for 3 items, and if I get hungry, I've got a snack with me. A higher priority is staying warm and dry. Spending prolonged time out in the elements can be really detrimental to your health. I've chosen to include this Berghaus Pack Light shell jacket. It's Gore-Tex, lightweight and packs down small. I haven't chosen to include waterproof trousers as part of this setup because in truth I very rarely wear them. On occasion I may add them in on spec, but either way having a set of waterproofs is a big plus. If you get sick, you stay sick. I also carry warm kit with me, a warm hat, head over and gloves. Being out in the elements, even for a few hours, can make you pretty bad. Good foot care is often overlooked. If your feet go bad, you're in a bad place. If you're moving on your feet and your feet go bad, you're not going to be moving very far at all. So in practical terms, having spare socks, foot powder and a microfiber towel puts you in a good place. If you're in a survival situation, it could make the difference between getting where you need to be and not. So consider it. At the end of the day, it's your feet. I carry this Totes mini umbrella as part of this EDC setup. Yes, it's not exactly survival, but in an urban environment, you won't stand out. It's got multiple options as well, aside from keeping you dry. I also carry a cap as part of this EDC level 3 setup. Both the cap and umbrella will provide a certain level of concealment when you're out and about. Now it may sound a bit stealthy or Walter Mitty, but there's so many cameras about now, it's difficult to get any privacy whatsoever. Okay, if you've got nothing to hide, you don't need to worry about it. I certainly haven't got anything to hide, but I do like my privacy, so hence to say, this is a good option. It's always a good idea to go out in the correct clothing, but sometimes the weather can change, so I've included this Berghaus fleece as just another option to pull on, for a bit of extra thermal protection. Now when you're out and about, you generally don't intend to get lost, but sometimes things just go wrong. The first point of call is normally your mobile phone and turn your maps on, but what happens if there's an OS crash? What happens if the 4G network is down? Carrying a street atlas or an A to Z is a big plus in that situation. You can navigate your way out of your town or city, and in a bug out situation, maybe you've got to go out under duress. Therefore, having some option is a big plus. I guess you guys overseas have a similar arrangement for street plans, but whatever you choose, carrying maps is a good idea. I've also chosen to add this British Isles Mini Atlas, a little bit redundant, but if I'm out and about further afield, it can help get me back to somewhere I know. It's a pretty small scale, but at the end of the day, as I've always said, it's better to have it and need it than need it and not have it. With things the way they are, if you're out in an urban area, I think it's a good idea to carry some PPE. I carry some gloves, safety glasses and a face mask, just in case. You never know what may happen. The safety glasses to protect your eyes. Perhaps there's been an explosion or you're evacuating from a building for one reason or another. I keep them in this Ziploc bag to stop them from getting scratched, and they sit nicely in the pouch pocket on top of my 511 Rush 24. Depending on the situation, there may be a lot of dust flying around, therefore I've included this face mask. It's rated to FFP3 and it's pretty compact. You could upgrade it to a full respirator, but it will never be as this small, and we've got to think practicalities here. You've seen I carry a pair of warm gloves as part of my EDC, but I've chosen to add this pair of heavy-duty leather work gloves. It's important to protect your hands. At the end of the day, your hands are your tools, and you only have one pair, generally speaking anyway. These were bought from Temu. They're actually pretty good. I bought multiple pairs at the time, and I've actually been trialling a pair out for the last 4 weeks, out on the road in the lorry. It's a great way of testing your kit. Put it under some pressure, make sure it works before you're adding it into your kit. All this PPE is essential. You never know what might happen, and times are changing, so do consider adding PPE into your Urban EDC outfit. This little 2-band AM/FM radio featured in my Comms for Preppers video. Aside from having some entertainment where you're out and about, it's good to know what's going on, especially if things go bad. I've chosen to add some earphones for more discreet listening, and the radio itself runs on 2 AAA batteries. As I've said so many times, AA and AAA batteries are the battery of choice for me, as they're easily sourced and easily replaceable. I can also recharge them when I'm out and about. If you missed the video Comms for Preppers, again I'll put the link below. This is one option of many. In the video I cover many other options. Now I've chosen to add some shelter into this setup, sort of worst case scenario. As I said at the start of the video, it's tempting to add and add into your kit. Ultimately, where you draw the line is up to you, and the line is sometimes blurred. But you've got to remember that the more kit you add, the more weight you're going to be carrying, and ultimately the more money you're going to be spending on kit. I've chosen to add this snug pack stasher. It's pretty good, and I'll do a separate video on how it actually works. But having some sort of shelter, I don't know, it's probably a good idea to have. You don't know what life might throw at you, and it's all about options and choices. Again, having the prepper mindset means you've got to be thinking, what will happen if? I carry paracord as part of this setup, just because of its multiple uses. I do carry paracord in one way or another as part of pretty much every setup I have. I could actually do a whole video just on the uses of paracord, but having cordage is a big plus. The last item in this EDC Level 3 system is this orange survival bag. Being out in the elements, even for a short period of time, can have a detrimental effect on your health and well-being. And in a survival situation, a survival bag can make the difference between life and death. It has multiple uses, hence why I carry them in pretty much all my setups. From an interim bivvy bag to a signalling device, to a first aid item. So many uses, so many options and choices. But carrying one in your setup is a really good idea. This one is orange, but again you can get them in green if you want a little bit more stealthy. The question I always get asked is how much does all this weigh? So I packed it all in the bag, let's see. 5.9 kilos, that's not bad. That's about 13 pounds. So there we have it, my EDC Level 3. Remember, of course, you can follow me on Instagram for additional channel related content along with the regular updates. If you have enjoyed this video, don't forget to check out the rest of the videos on the channel. If you like what you see, please like, share and subscribe, and of course any comments, love to hear them. Remember, prepping is not about rights and wrongs, just options and choices. So until next time, be prepared, stay prepared. Thanks for watching, bye for now.